Hi friends, and welcome to Module 1, Lesson 1. I'm Mrs. Roos. Today we are going to be thinking about equal groups and how we can represent them in a written form. Let's go ahead and get started. On the left are the materials needed for today's lesson. Take a moment to read them over, and then we will begin. Let's imagine these are some of your classmates. Think about how many arms each student has. Whisper the number of arms. Did you say 2? Yes, these students each have 2 arms. Since each student has 2 arms, let's skip count by 2s to see how many arms they have all together. Ready? Count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. How many arms do they have in all? 20 arms. Now I want you to discuss out loud as if you were talking to a classmate or even me. How many 2s did we count to find our total? Maybe you realized that there were 10 students, and each student represented one group of 2. So we counted 10 2s. Let's count again, but this time I want you to notice what I'm doing when we count. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Did you notice I wrote an addition sentence? Take a look at that addition sentence and count the number of 2s. Take a moment to reflect on the 2 statements I put underneath my addition sentence. 10 2s, or 10 groups of 2, is 20. Take a moment to reflect on those statements now. These statements are other ways to show the 10 students with 2 arms each. Let's try working with our counters now. Here I have 12 counters. Use your 12 counters to follow along. We're going to put the 12 counters into equal groups of 2. How many in each group? Show on your fingers. 2. Go ahead and make your groups now. How many equal groups did you make? Take a moment to think. Now tell me what you're thinking. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equal groups of how many counters? Whisper to me. 2 counters. 6 equal groups of 2 counters equals how many counters altogether? Take a moment to reflect and answer that question. 12 counters. Now write an addition sentence underneath your counters to represent these groups. Two plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 12. In unit form, how many 2s did we make? Did you say 6 2s? We can see in our addition sentence that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2s. So 6 2s equals 12. 6 times 2 equals 12 is another way to write both of these number sentences. All of these number sentences are saying the same thing. Discuss out loud how you think 6 times 2 equals 12 relates to these other two number sentences. Maybe you noticed that they all have 2's in them, and they all have an answer of 12. The 6 here shows how many 2's you have here, and is the same 6 that is right here. You have to count 2 6 times in order to get 12, just like we did up here. This seems a much easier way to write this number sentence. Ways that are easier and faster are called efficient. When we have equal groups, multiplication is a more efficient way to find our total than repeated addition. Let's try another problem with our 12 counters. This time, take the 12 counters, and we are going to put them into equal groups of 3. Now write your addition sentence underneath your counters. Three plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. In unit form, how many 3's did we make? Think it. Say it. 4 3's. Let's record that in unit form underneath our addition sentence. 4 3's equals 12. I wonder what multiplication sentence is another way to write these two statements. Write that on your board now. Four times 3 equals 12. We have 4 groups of 3, which gives us 12. Let's continue with another example. Take a look at the picture on the screen and then discuss out loud. How do you know these are equal groups? Maybe you explained that there are the same number of the same size circles in each group. So now on your whiteboard, write a repeated addition and multiplication sentence for this picture. Check your work with my work. Let's try another one. Look at my new drawing and the multiplication sentence I wrote to represent it. Check my work by writing an addition sentence and counting to find the total number of objects. Now, using the addition sentence, discuss out loud if you agree or disagree with my work and why. Maybe you started by noticing that your addition sentence equals 11 because you have 4 plus 4 plus 3, which gives you 11. And my multiplication sentence equals 12. Maybe you also notice that my groups are not equal. This last group only has 3 circles, while the other 2 have 4 circles. So it can't be represented with a multiplication sentence of 3 times 4, because there are not 4 circles in each group. So we don't have equal groups, and we're not showing 3 groups of 4. So my work is incorrect, because I do not have 3 equal groups of 4. Great job with our lesson today.